Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the It Girl Mindset. In today's episode, we're diving into how I'm brainwashing myself into becoming the healthiest and wealthiest version of me. It's so funny. I was in Tahoe last weekend. I was relaxing before the kids woke up because we were with my brother and my niece and nephew and my whole family. But I just had this moment where I was like, am I really going all in on all areas of my life? Especially career, health, wealth and everything in between. Am I truly going all in? And I kind of just had this moment with myself where it was this, it wasn't me being negative or anything, but it was me being actually, I don't think I am. My brain started flooding me with all these ideas on how to level up my life. Then I started mapping out my whole next level self identity. It just felt like it was time for a refresh. And just in case you need this reminder, I talk about rebranding and I kind of talk about it a lot. And my version of rebranding is becoming closer and closer to your authentic self. We think we want something and then we, have life experiences. We learn new things. And then again, we're getting to know ourselves more. So we're getting more in tune with what our interests are, what excites us. And so we can slowly start to shift and narrow down even more what we truly want and who we truly are authentically. So again, with rebranding, it's never about reinventing yourself in a different way. It's just getting closer and closer to your authentic self. I always like to mention this because everyone is like, oh, you don't want to rebrand yourself too much. You just got to keep going with the plan. And when I think about rebranding, I'm more refining myself. So I'm going to get into 5 steps to how I'm brainwashing myself and becoming my next level healthy, wealthy, hottest, everything in between, okay? I want to level up in all areas of my life. Also, I apologize that my voice sounds like this. It's funny that I actually mapped out this podcast episode last weekend when I was in Tahoe, and then it was healthy and wealthiest, and then all of a sudden I got sick. I was So we're not off to the most hot start, but I'm just taking it as, okay, I needed to rest and rejuvenate and just kind of focus on my health and then kind of get into everything else. So anyways, that's where I'm at right now. The timing did not feel amazing because we leave for Hawaii on Wednesday. So the timing was not impeccable with getting work done because I really just want to be able to relax and just be while I'm in Hawaii. So we'll see how that goes though. Welcome to the It Girl Mindset, where I help you step into the next level version of yourself by mastering your mindset, manifesting your deepest desires, and connecting deeply with your body. It's about becoming the most authentic, radiant, unapologetic, and unbothered version of yourself. Together, we're going to chat about how to unlock your true potential and create a life that feels as good as it looks. If you're ready to become the healthiest, hottest, and most abundant version of yourself, you're in the perfect place. Let's get into it. Okay, I think a really big part of going all in is about taking yourself seriously in all areas of life, right? And you're not going to be able to focus on every single area because if you focus on every single area, things are going to be, spread. Your energy is going to be spread out too much. So I really think it's important to pick 2 to 3 key areas, which for me is health and wealth is what I'm really focusing on. But I believe that all of those other areas are really going to elevate. So step number 1 is to map out your next level self, map out your identity. We talk about that a lot on here. I'm very passionate about your identity because you will always default to what your identity is, what your habits, your beliefs, and everything in between. Identity is at the core and at the root of how you take action, what your beliefs are, how you show up, the opportunities that you attract. It truly is the center and the root of everything. So if you can change your identity, you can change your life. So for me, I'm just going to pull it up. Obviously not on the screen, but I just want to kind of read off what I brainstormed. But again, with your identity, you're going to map out everything from your attributes, the habits and skills that you need. What does she look like? What does she dress like? How does she, interact with people when she walks into a room? What's her body language? I know this is so nitty gritty, but the more nitty gritty you can get, the easier it will be to actually embody that, because what you focus on grows. If you tell your brain to focus on learning these things and being this person, you're going to be able to. Because I'm sure you guys know this by now, but like I was not always this confident person that was obsessed with personal development and like being successful and like wanting to become a next level self all the time. Like, no, that was not me. I used to be quiet. I used to be shy. I used to be mute. I'm also a highly sensitive girly. So I feel everything so deeply and my emotions would just run the show all the time. Even right now, for example, I'm sick and the past version of me would have just emotionally spiraled and been like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get all my work done before I go to Hawaii, and would have been freaking out instead of just calmly allowing myself rest when I need to. And then also when I have the energy, I'm getting the things done that I need to as well. Okay. It's because I've built this like truly, truly radical self-trust in myself where I don't have to let my emotions run the store. I've also, of course, done the deep healing, which this episode is not about that, but I could go on a tangent about that. It's like I've also done the healing to be able to be the person that I am now, but I wasn't always this person, okay? And so I always want to say that because I feel like when I was really negative and I was 30 pounds over what I am right now and just not in a happy place in my life, I saw all these girlies who looked like they were thriving and I was like, cool, but you don't understand me because you've never been me. Like, I'm overweight, I am unhappy, I'm so negative, I'm spiraling all the time. And I just felt like no one could truly understand me, which is why I always like to be so open and honest with what I've gone through. So, I'm not just speaking from reading books and researching and, getting certified and things. It's like I truly have the life experience to sit here and stand on business with what I'm talking about. Okay. I always want to make you guys feel seen too, because again, I really just want to inspire you and I want you to know that you can do and be and have anything you want in this world, but it really just takes shifting your mindset and leveling up your identity, okay? Small little tangent, but I just had to say it because I'm not on a high horse over here being like, yeah, it's easy. It's like, no, I was where you were. I have been where you are right now. I'm just a living embodiment of all this deep work. And now I'm happy, healthy, the best I've ever looked, the best I've ever felt in my body. Obviously, being sick is a caveat, but you get the point. Okay, anyways, let's dive into some of my next level identity. So what I did is I just brain dumped, okay? So go get yourself a matcha at a coffee shop or, light a candle in your office or your room and just make it a vibe so you can allow yourself to just be, and like whatever comes to your mind is what you're meant to write down. So put everything on do not disturb. Don't be distracted. If you need to go on a little walk to brainstorm this too, you can do that too. What's up, you guys? We're taking a quick little break here because I want to tell you about something that I made for you completely free. Since I'm in my soft girl discipline era, I actually put together a 6-week soft girl discipline reset. It's a Notion dashboard designed to help you get back on track without the pressure. Inside, you will find 15 full workouts that combine strength and Pilates so you can feel strong, toned, and confident in just 6 weeks. Inside the dashboard, you'll find a habit tracker, daily nutrition goal, and even a weekly check-in system. You can completely customize your own habits so they actually fit your lifestyle too. And if you love structure as much as I do, you can even sync it directly to a calendar so your reset flows seamlessly with your day. Imagine how you'll feel 6 weeks from now, lighter, more energized, clear-headed, and proud of the discipline you've built in a way that feels soft, feminine, and sustainable. Honestly, can't believe I'm giving this away for free, but if you are ready for that fresh start, grab the 6-week reset through the link down in the show notes today. Okay, back to the episode. Some things that I listed is I have radical self-trust and show up for myself. I go after what I want always. I listen to my heart and intuition. I follow my joy. I track my finances and am smart with my money. I do not people please. I spend time alone. I'm relentless in the pursuit of my goals. I don't compare myself to others. I make other people feel seen. I know that time and energy is my most valuable asset, and I don't take that lightly. I go all in and trust my gut. I say no whenever I need to. I do what I need to stay in alignment, and I'm confident in my decisions, okay? This is what kind of came to my mind when I was thinking about my next level self, because I've done a lot of the refining on like, what does my next level self look like? What does she wear? I've done a lot of that on a larger scale. So this is what I knew was meant to come into fruition right now for me. I also, depending on what your focus areas are, like mine is healthy and wealthy, I mapped out things and habits and skills that I need in that area to be where I want to be. So examples for wealthy, I'm tracking my finances every single Monday. I use Monarch. It just makes everything so much easier for my personal stuff. And then I also hired a bookkeeper, so she does all of my business expenses and everything like that. I also am focusing on revenue generating activities. It's like, how can I expect to make money if I'm not opening the floodgates to these different areas? Okay. So again, and this is not to be hard on yourself or, oh my gosh, why haven't I done this sooner? It's really about, what can we learn with how our life is right now, right? What do I need? Who do I need to become to have all of the things that I want in my life? And then another thing for wealthy is money mindset. So finding my blocks and rewriting them. Okay. These are some of the habits, the skills that I need and that I'm currently doing to upgrade my wealth. Now for healthy, it's actually so crazy. I've already implemented a lot of these, which I'll talk about in a second, but other than morning gym sessions, because I haven't been feeling good, I just wanted to prioritize rest and getting my work done, and that's okay. But for healthy, I put down less sugar, more plants, more listening to my body, more gym sessions. I am specifically not eating sugar for a reason. I have this skin thing where sugar and gluten just make it worse. Dairy also would. I also haven't eaten dairy in I don't even know, 7-8 years now, except for this place in Maui that we go to that has the most fucking delicious pancakes I've ever had in my life. That is truly the only thing. Okay, that's one of two things. My Aunt Barb also makes these amazing chocolate chip cookies that have butter in them, but my aunt's cookies and these pancakes in Maui are just chef's kiss. They're so freaking good. Oh my gosh. Anyways, tangent. Speaking of less sugar. So anyways, the last week since I've been home, I've actually completely cut out sugar altogether. I'm still having fruit and stuff like that, but my skin stuff that's going on is completely drastically changed. And I've had this intuitive ping in my head for a long time, you need to cut out sugar and see if this impacts anything. And I was ignoring it because I'm come on, I don't drink alcohol. I'm so healthy. I meditate. I deal with my emotions. Can I not just have sugar in my coffee? That's kind of the headspace I was taking. And I was okay, if that's a headspace you're in, you're never going to get to where you want to go, because these skin things that you're dealing with are more miserable than not having sugar in your coffee. Okay. And this is not a forever thing. I'm not planning on doing this forever. This is just a for now thing to kind of help me with my symptoms and see if it heals it. And then slowly I'll be able to add it back in. Again, I'm going to Hawaii, so obviously I'm going to be mindful of it, but I am still going to be taking it seriously because that's what I've decided. I decided I'm someone who's going to take her health and her wealth very seriously. So even though I am traveling, I'm still going to focus on these areas, of course, within reason. You know me, I'm the soft girl, disciplined girly, right? We're going to always honor what we need, but it's okay to have a bit of balance depending on where you're at and what you're doing. But at the end of the day, I'm a very disciplined person, and it's because I don't even like the word discipline, but I just really respect my body. And so I will do what I have to do in order to make myself feel the best. And that's another amazing lesson, because when you don't feel good, all you want to do is feel better. And I was oh my God, me and Eric were talking, I was this is why I take such good care of my health, because I absolutely fucking hate feeling like shit. It is the worst feeling in the whole entire world. And there are some people that just walk around not feeling good 24/7. So yes, that's why we're always taking care of our bodies, and why I preach about that, because if you're not healthy, the only thing you want to focus on is getting healthy, and then everything will fall into place after that. But you got to focus on your health first. Okay. Now, step number 2 is listing out all my limiting beliefs in each area, okay? For wealth and for health, or whatever it is. Maybe, your sections are happiness and healthy, or maybe you're focusing on your wealth, but you're also focusing on your family. Okay, whatever it may be, in those areas, I want you to list out every negative or any limiting belief that you have. you're going to completely rewire those beliefs. And I know it might feel overwhelming if you list out like 10 to 20 different things and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to change all of these limiting beliefs. That's okay. You don't have to do it all at once. And sometimes things are layered. So there's a root cause of a couple of limiting beliefs that you can kind of take care of with one. So I talk about the subconscious mind a lot, but just in case you aren't aware, your limiting beliefs are tied to your identity, but your limiting beliefs determine the actions you take, the opportunities that come about, the way that you show up, the way you talk to yourself. Again, it goes identity and then beliefs. So based on your identity are what your beliefs are, which is why I like to do these one after the other. It's like, okay, we've mapped out our next level identity. Now we need to figure out what beliefs we need to let go of to actually believe in that identity, which means in those areas, we're mapping out every single limiting belief that you have, whether that's making money is hard, I have to save all of my money, money will never come back to me, I'm never going to be happy in my job, I'm never going to feel happy, my family's never going to feel stable, I'm not worthy of my dream body. Whatever limiting beliefs you have about the areas that we're focusing on and leveling up, I want you to write all of them down, okay? It's one of those things, I feel like a lot of people in the mindset world is like, you don't want to say those out loud because then they're going to come true. That's actually not true, because if you just avoid it, you're going to subconsciously hold on to those beliefs anyways. You need to truly let yourself feel what you need to so you can actually rewire them at a subconscious level. Another way to think about this is, why do I not have what I want right now? Let's just say, you want your dream body. Why do I not have that right now? Think about all of the reasons that your brain could be telling you why you don't have those. And again, those are going to be limiting beliefs, or even emotions, whatever it may be. Write everything down. Now, what beliefs are holding me back, right? I could never switch my job because I'm, a mom, or I could never quit my corporate job because I am making this much money, right? Those are all limiting beliefs. There's a difference between facts and limiting beliefs. A lot of time we take limiting beliefs as facts when in reality they're actually just a limiting belief. And we can decide that we want to shift it, we want to change it, and that no longer resonates with us, right? So now we've got our identity, right? We've got all of our habits and skills that we need underneath each of the sections, things we need to do. Then we have number 2, listed out all of our limiting beliefs in those areas. I want you to go separate. Some of them may have similarities, which is fine, but we're going to release all of them. Okay? Step number 3 is to rewire those beliefs. Okay? I have a specific way that I use subconscious reprogramming. It's a very mind-body approach. It's called Mind Rewire. So if you actually want a free Mind Rewire session, all you have to do is rate and review the show on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Screenshot it, send it to the email that is down below, and I'll go ahead and send you a free Mind Rewire session so you can clear all of these limiting beliefs yourself, okay? It's a big part of the work that I do. I want to say too, I know a lot of people feel hesitant about rewiring your mindset, okay? I wanted to say something I've been doing is I do believe that is really powerful, and it kind of depends on where you're at, right? Because sometimes with deeper healing, deeper wounds, it might be better to actually sit and close your eyes and do it. It's about a 12-minute recording, so you probably need 15 to 20 minutes to do everything. But if you are like, I cannot sit down, we probably have a regulation problem, which is okay. But do it on a walk. When you go on a walk, pop the headphone in, because you can visualize the stuff in your mind's eye and you can still feel these things in your body as you're walking, okay? I don't know why driving feels like not the vibe for it. I really think that you should just be in control of your own body so you can really tap into your own body. So I feel like walking or actually sitting in stillness would be best. But again, if you want that rewire session, just go ahead and rate and review the show and send it to the email below, and I'll get that over to you. With the Mind Rewire sessions too, so we have emotions that are stored in our body. A lot of time, limiting beliefs are attached to emotions. So in the Mind Rewire session, it's not only about changing the actual memory and how your brain stores it, but it's also about feeling the emotion that was stuck to it so you can process it and let it go. That's why mine is so insanely powerful, because we don't only change it at a memory level, we also change it at a body level. And when you change the coding of how the memory was stored. You feel and let go of the emotion in your actual body, and you see why you had that belief, and you're almost explaining to your conscious mind why this is not actually serving us. Like, I understood that this belief was actually keeping me safe at one point, but now I'm choosing to let it go. Okay? All of that together makes it so insanely powerful because you're releasing it from a mind and body approach. If we just do the mind, we might still have some stuck emotions in the body. If we just do the body, we might have some overthinking and some events in the mind that need to be let go of. So we really process both in that session. So again, I just want to leave that there for you. It's the most powerful way to let go of beliefs and process their emotions through the body too. And it's not traumatic either. I talk about this a lot, but I've done EMDR before with a therapist, and that was traumatic. That was freaking traumatic. It was probably one of the most dark moments of my life that I was processing, but that just felt very challenging for me, where you do it in a disassociated state. So it's less traumatic as EMDR. Okay. After you're going to write down those beliefs, you don't have to, again, rewire them in one single session. You want to maybe do once a day or a couple times a week, whatever feels good, or even once a week, right? It really depends on you and your energy and your capacity and your lifestyle. Then step number 4 is to create systems for everything and then map it out in Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, whatever it may be. Okay. I'm creating systems for everything. So for wealth, right? I said every single Monday, I'm looking at my inflows and outflows, right? I'm also creating systems for content, right? I'm also creating systems for, my meals. I'm creating systems for literally everything. So I don't have a question of what do I need to do right now, right? I always talk about soft girl discipline and having structure and fluidity. It really depends on where you're at. And if you're one of those people that feels very kind of not confident in their self-trust and their discipline, I would highly recommend leaning more into creating systems, but make them very short, right? Don't make this complicated system that is going to just make you think that it's harder and then not want to do it. Even an example of a system could be every single evening you go on a walk and you do a mind rewire session. That's a system, right? It's basically just planning a specific habit that's going to help you reach your goals, okay? And let's just say every single evening you're doing a mind rewire session, you're putting that in your calendar, okay? We're not hoping we have time to do these things. We're actually allocating the exact amount of time that we need to actually get it done. Even if it's a 15-minute walk after dinner, we're putting it in our calendar. I'm one of those people where I need things to be cute to be functional, okay? I don't want a boring, bright colored calendar. I need taupe and grays and just cute color coding to actually make me want to use it. And that's exactly what I do. I use Apple Calendar. You can use Google Calendar as well. You can even use Notion Calendar. I will say the Notion Calendar colors are not cute. So I would personally recommend Google or Apple. But then you can create these systems and put them into your calendar. Again, if you don't allocate time, you're never going to actually get it done. Or if you just hope you're going to have time, that's not very reassuring that you're actually going to get it done. Set reminders for yourself, habit stack, right? Even something for me that I've been working on. I don't know. I think journaling is so good for me, especially as someone who has a lot of thoughts and a lot of things going on in her brain a lot. Getting everything out on paper is so helpful for me. I've struggled to truly find a time where journaling works for me. Typically, I've been eating breakfast and watching a vlog or something like that to kind of relax and chill before I get into the workday. Not that that's bad, but I think I could have a better use of my time. So instead of watching a YouTube video, I could go ahead and eat my breakfast and do some journaling, right? So that is a habit stack that I'm going to start implementing. Even, if you want to start listening to positive affirmations or, training your mindset to be more resilient, maybe you have a meditation that you like to use, you pop it in your ear while you're brushing your teeth. So it's the first thing that's going into your brain. Or if there's a hypnosis that you love, as soon as you wake up, you're kind of still in that dreamy sleep-wake state. It's the best time to reprogram your subconscious mind. Go ahead and pop a headphone in, listen to a hypnosis, and do that while you're brushing your teeth and washing your face, right? Make your routines work for you. I preach about this all the time, but it's so important to work with your energy. Don't copy me. Don't copy someone else. Truly tap into your own unique body and your own unique cues to figure out what's going to be best for you. And that's not with just health. That's with all of your habits, all of your routines, your work stuff, depending on if you're a 9 to 5 girly or work from home girly. It really depends on how much flexibility you have, but truly working with your energy will change your life. It has changed mine because I used to work against it and thought I had to be just disciplined and miserable, and that is not the case. You can make your routines, make your habits, make your systems work for you. It's so powerful. The last step is all about the in-between moments and asking the magic question. If you fall back into old habits, of course, we're acknowledging those limiting beliefs and rewiring, but also a super simple hack is to ask yourself in the moment, does this align with the future version of me or does this align with the past version of me? Let's just say you're debating on doing your workout that you had scheduled. If you decide not to, does this align with the future version of you, your next leveled up self, or is this the past version of me? Okay. And the more you start to take action towards that next level self, the easier and the faster you will become her. Even an example, let's just say you said you were going to wake up early and map out all of your content that you were going to write for the week. Okay, maybe you are about to snooze your alarm, but then you ask yourself, does this align with the future version of me or the past version of me if I snooze my alarm? Oh, actually, this is the past version of me. That's such an easy way to clock and see how you're actually progressing is, am I taking more action towards my future self or am I still taking the action towards how I am right now? Again, the more you start to take action that aligns with your future version in this next level identity, the healthier, wealthier, most magnetic, abundant, hot version of yourself you will be. Okay? That's how I'm brainwashing myself. I'm being so specific with my mindset. So specific because I want to brainwash the shit out of myself so I can become the healthiest and wealthiest version of me this year. 2026 is my year. It's your year too, okay? So let's fucking brainwash ourselves into all of our wildest dreams come true for us this year. Okay, my love? Okay, my love. I hope my voice did not annoy you too much with my sickness, but I absolutely loved having this conversation. Please, if you want that free mind rewire session, you know what to do. Rate, review, screenshot. And if you loved this episode, please share it with a friend. It would mean the world. It really helps the podcast grow more than you even know. So if you've ever done that, I appreciate you so freaking much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.